We going?
We're going.
All right.
We're on it. We're in the closet with Chaz, Manian Devil.
That's a normal one. It's better than.
With the kid.
It's better than.
We're with the kid.
Oh gosh, I don't like that name. The kid and Buddy.
Buddy. We got the kid and Buddy.
Not Buddy.
Jeff's buddy.
And Big Little Ange.
The big little Ange.
Big Little Ange. Ooh. What are we going to talk about?
We're talking about, gosh, who knows where we're going to go with it.
Double what?
Double standards, I believe. Because they definitely exist. I can't find my note.
Well, you got to go in your notes.
Do I even work my phone?
And then you got to look for it.
Do
you gotta
I
find
even?
it.
There we go. So, yeah, I got it. Double standards. What do you think about them?
They don't even exist.
I feel like with him.
All right, then the podcast is over. We're done.
I feel like with him,
That's
they probably
it.
don't exist.
What? Wait, what was the title to your notes?
I found it.
I'm trying to find it in mine.
I can share my phone.
I don't need you to.
Bam, you found it.
Article.
You do think that they exist. I know you do.
When I'm a bit, I wonder if there actually is any. There probably isn't any double standards with you though. Probably like you kind of.
I don't know.
I just picture there probably wouldn't be with
Are there?
Okay, well, let's use the example of
the most. What's the most known? Probably what we're
I would say like like sleeping around.
like a guy. Obviously, we're guys. If you sleep with 10 women, you're the king. If she sleeps with 10 guys, she's a hoe.
Yeah, but I think it's changing a little bit.
You think?
I think Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have like kind of.
Good gosh.
They brought it. They're talking their stuff now, and they're not. They're like bragging.
Great
so
example.
trashy.
Great
I
example.
don't like that.
You don't like it?
That's so trashy. They talk like that. I can't stand that.
Really?
I don't like it. Especially on Twitter, they have kid. Well, she has a little kid. She should not be talking like that
See,
on
I
social
don't
media.
follow Twitter, so I don't
I
see
love
this
Twitter.
stuff. I
I
know we
love
know
Twitter,
that.
but-
I know we know this. I don't even have
I don't
Twitter on my
follow
phone.
And
her,
now I'm
though.
going to follow them because they talk like that on Twitter too.
I don't like it.
I don't have to.
That's not cool for me. Yeah, but they
I
do.
talk like what? Because I don't follow them. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like she tweeted the other day, like, I want some.
Dick?
Yes,
That's just what she said.
a mom.
That's
that
all
just
she
has a
said.
kid
That was the tweet.
Moms want dick too.
I
I
know, but you
know,
don't
but-
need to say that to the public.
Well, I don't think men are saying it.
Well, I'm saying she don't need. She has a
That's something.
6
She
month
needs to
old
be an
kid.
example for a 6 month
She
old.
has
no.
She has little girls, your daughter's age and younger, that follow her, listen to her music, and what she says.
She's a poor role model.
She's a poor role model, of course.
That's just something you don't tweet about. That's
No,
something you
there's
Are we
text.
talking about Nikki or Cardi?
Cardi, both of them do.
Listen, Nikki and Cardi, if you're listening to this, I don't condone this, and I still want you on my podcast.
Oh, well, of course they, yeah.
That'll happen. What I'm
And you
saying.
can ask for it on here, whatever.
What I'm saying is that's not something you tweet about. That's something you text your friend about.
Or you text your significant other about.
Yeah. You don't just
You
tweet
need to
that
put
stuff.
Like if, hypothetically, I'm not trying to get in this conversation, but obviously say you're feeling some type of way toward her, you don't need to go to Twitter at Angie and say, I want some...
That's why that's why you don't respond. I thought you just didn't like me. I'm always saying that on Twitter.
I don't respond on Twitter. I don't have Twitter.
I'm
You
like,
know
hey,
this.
I'm wanting some of that
You know. You know.
in the Twitterverse.
You ain't-
Okay, would you say that on Twitter?
Never.
Why wouldn't you?
Because
Right.
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. Like you said, there's nothing wrong with.
Out of respect for the lady here, and out of respect for myself,
Yeah. Like there's nothing. I mean, obviously it's a natural thing, but like I said,
I send her dirty stuff. Like I say dirty stuff to her.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
But that's
you're
between
texting
the
it
two
to
of
me.
us, and I want it to be that way because I want it to be intimate.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah. And nobody else needs to know about that.
No, but if I were a rapper, it might be part of my game. Like it might be part of how I promote myself, like being that way. Like I got all these people out there that just love it, and I'm making money off of it. And I don't know, maybe I would sell my soul for it, and I'd be asking.
You're going to
for
sell out
action.
like that?
Well, if you're single,
I don't know.
Are they single? I don't even know.
no, she's
I don't follow these
she's
people.
with. Oh, good gosh, freaking Offset.
She's with that one guy. Yeah.
Offset.
They were like tongue kissing each other
From
at
the
Grammys or something.
Migos or whatever?
I don't.
Amigos.
Yeah, Amigos. That's what he's part of. Amigos.
Yeah.
My point is just like you said. Like, I think what was the whole subject on? You said you think the tables are turning.
They're not turning. I just think that it's not as frowned upon as it was. But I think you're right. There's a double standard.
Oh,
'Cause
they're out.
Dudes are studs if they're getting action.
I know, yeah.
That's how we're built.
Yeah.
To conquer, to defeat, like to that's what men do. They hunt, they provide.
Supposed to.
They've got to procreate, right?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like in you to procreate, and it's always up to the woman to say no.
Do you think Do you think it's women? This originated
I'm not
from,
saying that, just to be clear. I'm not saying that that's the way I believe. I'm
No,
saying
no,
that
no.
from like a psychological
Yeah.
observation.
Do you think this double standard started from women thinking it of women or men thinking it of women? Like, she's been with 10 dudes. Would it be the woman be like, ooh, she's nasty? Or the guy being like, she's a hoe? Or both? Or
No, dudes. No, I think the girls say that.
I would
most
say
of
it
the
too
time.
because guys
Dudes
obviously
don't,
would want
because dudes
to
they're-
go with that.
There's a little bit of promiscuousness that's attractive to guys, right? Because it's that natural, like you're drawn to it. Because naturally you want to
Promiscuous.
procreate.
Yeah.
So
But promiscuous is different than being a hoe. You can be with somebody who's like promiscuous, I think. That's not really, does that really mean multiple people? What's that word mean?
It's, I think.
we're talking about being with multiple people.
Okay, but I
like-
didn't think that's what promiscuous went. Like, I thought promiscuous
think
was like,
promiscuous
I'm going to look it up in a
well,
minute.
with an
You go ahead.
attitude. If you're
Yeah.
meeting.
I
with-
thought it was like,
Promiscuous would be a girl who's like single and sleeping around with all kinds of
I
women.
thought it was
Would
something.
you say guys wouldn't think of it in a bad way because they think like, hey, that's somebody I can add to my number. Hey, that's somebody I can get with, or it's just they just don't think anything of it, or you think it could be.
Yeah,
a little bit
you guys are right.
You know what I mean?
You guys are right. I'm sorry. I was
Because
thinking
like
of a different word.
obviously, say because you got a lot of good-looking girls out there that have slept with multiple guys and will. So like, that could be somebody that I could get with. You know what I mean? So maybe they don't look at it bad because they can get with them. You get what I mean? Or do you
Yeah,
think
and
it's
then
just
there's a challenge. There's all that psychological part of it where you're like, well, John's brother Jim got with her,
so yeah. So why can't?
and you could be like, ugh, like really she slept with him, but then like if she doesn't sleep with me, that's really going to be bad. Right? So one, you got to show a real man, and two, if she rejects you, you're screwed. Like you're going to be messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like it messes with your head. Like it's not good. So you might even stay away from her because she was Jim's brother John or John's brother Jim. I can't remember how I said it.
I don't either. I was looking up the definition of promiscuous.
This
Wasn't
microphone
listening.
is a phallic symbol. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be. Okay, so what about double standards when we were talking about today about going to strip clubs? I mean, we weren't talking about going to one. We were talking about
going to a strip club today?
yeah, we just
Not one around here.
no. But we were talking about how it looks a certain way if a girl goes and it looks a certain way if a guy goes. Like if a guy goes, it's like a dudes do it.
Well, I think I was thinking two different ways. So if a bunch of guys obviously go to a strip club, there's actually nothing wrong with it. Actually, anymore, there's really no double standard with women.
Yeah, women and men all go together.
I'm saying, but this though, if a group of guys went to a male strip club, it would be weird. But obviously, a group of women go to which I would never do, and most guys really probably don't. Some do, obviously, but you know what I mean.
He's saying like if you two were to go to a male strip club, people would be like, But if a girls were going to a girls strip club, it's like, oh, okay.
It's more.
I got you.
Yeah, that's what he's
girls
trying
and
to say.
girls
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
Guys
But guys
and
going to a
guys
guy's one is not.
Would be
is a
more
little,
frowned
like,
upon. Would be-
because the hetero guys would be like, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Like, ugh,
Yeah.
gross. And girls don't want to see guys together as much either. I don't think.
No.
I would say you're probably right.
Oh, 100. Well, speaking for me, I do not want to watch that. There's nothing wrong with it if that's what you want to do. But I'm just saying, I don't want it. It doesn't.
It's not.
Not in the
It's
closet,
not something to watch.
Right.
Like lesbian porn's. It's like way up there.
But the thing
Right.
is,
It's pretty.
what,
It's pretty big deal.
what we were talking about
on
is
the
like
internet machine.
obviously, I mean, women is more acceptable than obviously you see a woman, especially if it's two good-looking women. You're like, I don't got a problem with that or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Some
Yeah.
people would think that. Then obviously you see two males.
We're gonna have to get you a towel.
And that's not fair, huh?
We're gonna have to give him a towel because he's banging the table. You can hear that.
Oh, you can. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind. My bad.
No, it's fine.
I wasn't even knowing you're going. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you thought I was talking about like the lesbians or something. He's getting all worked up. He's banging the table.
I'm not banging the table.
No, but I do know where you're coming from. That is a double standard, and it's not exactly right. I mean, I don't know. It is definitely. And we were talking about physical flirting as well. Like I talked to this about to Jeff and to you separately, but like, in the gym or something, physical flirting. I mean, I gave the example where if I, went up and hit a guy on the butt at the gym, it would be like, what? Oh,
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, okay. But if a guy goes and hits a girl on a butt in the gym, we could have a possible harassment problem.
There'd be some problems.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did it twice the other day, and it was not comfortable.
I believe it. And then did it happen to you too?
It always happens to me.
Who did you hit?
It's usually men.
Who did you hit on the butt? I know you're lying right now.
I am lying.
I know you are. So I don't understand that though, or we're just saying anything. Like, if a girl was in the gym and was like, hey, let me see the muscles, flex for me, like that. It's like, I mean, it would be annoying, I know, but
That would be.
but it would be okay. But if a guy was like that, you'd be like, is he harassing me? But a guy would never be like, is she harassing me? He would be like,
it is funny because guys don't think they're being harassed. I don't care what the girl looks like. The only way a dude might feel like he's harassed, I'm trying to think of a situation.
Okay, tell me if this is harassment.
Where she's over the top
Tell me
and
if
won't stop.
Tell me if
and
this
it's
is
really awkward.
Okay, she wasn't over the top. I think I've told her this story. I think I told her it last time about where I worked at the bar. That girl.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know.
I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was funny. I mean, it caught me off guard. But I was a bouncer, obviously, at school or whatever, and I just slapped the table again. Sorry.
I didn't slap it hard.
I was walking past people just checking to see like people were behaving themselves or whatever. Well, I felt something like grope like my left butt cheek, like
right.
a nice like firm
grab.
Yeah, like not like a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn around. The girl isn't even looking at me. She's looking down. She's like this.
Grabbing you?
She's grabbing my butt. Yes, and she looks at me and she's like, "You have a nice ass."
Really?
I swear.
So, but okay. So switch the table around. There's a waitress there. Chaz is a patron, and he goes and grabs her. He's gonna get kicked out. Like I bet she didn't get kicked out. You would have.
I didn't kick her out.
Well,
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
No, you didn't kick her out. But what if you would have said, "Hey, she's groping me. She's grabbing. I want her out of here."
Oh, they'd
make fun of you though.
They'd make fun of you.
The dudes would be, "What is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? There's a girl grabbing your ass.
Especially she's
poor baby."
Right, but if it was a guy grabbing a girl's butt, it'd be like done.
Especially
I mean,
if
like
the girl would
get
come
him
up
out
to,
of
like-
here. You know
like
what
if
I
I
mean?
was a bouncer or whatever, and I'm like, well,
But you know what? There's a double standard there too, because I think there's girls and guys that could get their ass grabbed or get groped, or literally the dude could cross the line, but he's hot.
Oh, we talked about that too.
He's attractive.
Yes.
He's hot.
Yes.
And she likes him a little bit. She thinks he's.
she likes it too.
Yeah.
She's so. But then if the dude two doors down that's fat and he's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does the same thing, then it's going to be harassment.
Right. Right.
That's true.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah. That is.
So it's selective.
It
Yeah.
is selective.
Subjective.
It's
selective.
subjective
But it
harassment.
shouldn't be. There should just be lines. But the thing is, you got to report it, right?
Yeah.
And you have to have. I mean, people have preferences. So, me, I'm unharassable unless it's violence. But if you want to grope me or touch me, I'm not encouraging it. But if
You
it
are
happens,
opening Pandora's box right now. You do know this.
Well, I mean, if somebody grabs me, if somebody touches me, I don't care what they look like. I don't care who they are. As long as they're female.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to call the cops.
No,
I'm not
no,
going to
no,
get
no.
them thrown
No.
out of their place of work. I'm not going to throw a fit.
No.
I might be like, hey, let's calm
Yeah,
down.
that's a picture. I'll be the same way.
You know,
And that's what I
you're
told.
getting me worked up. You know, let's calm down.
Yeah, let's just.
That's what I told Chaz today. I don't get that way either. I mean, do I want some rando in the gym to come smack me on the butt? No. But if somebody did, I would be like, well, okay, well, no, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't like go press charges or go complain or go have his membership revoked or anything like that. You know
It
what I mean?
happens.
No, I didn't.
Right?
I said it wasn't like I wasn't mad or anything like that. Obviously, it didn't. It just caught me.
It was weird.
It just
Yeah.
caught because
It's gotta be weird.
You don't see that happen a lot.
No, guys don't get hit on like that. Not physically.
Also, she had been drinking obviously
Right.
a good
That
bit.
always helps.
Yes, that
That always
always helps.
helps.
So
It
she'd been
always helps.
drinking a very good bit, but I've been around plenty of drunk women that's obviously done things and stuff, but some that have not.
Yeah.
Like especially.
I've been around drunk women that grope men or rub on them and stuff.
But especially, I never met. I never met this girl though. I didn't know her from Adam. Like,
But she was
Well,
hot.
but-
it's different if I was out with a girl or with girls that I had known or I had
and they came on to you.
and I
because you'd
had
already
some
known.
type of affiliation with him, and then
And two, you do have to take alcohol into consideration because I mean, like I told you the other day, when I drink gin, I get a certain type of way, and when I start getting handsy, I told you I get handsy. Jeff's like, it's time to go.
it's time
Because but you know what I mean. So you do have to take that into consideration because on a normal day, like right now, if I would go up into a bar or a club or something, I'm not going to be groping on a dude. But you give me a few gins, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
the
know.
if you're
night-
single,
Like they'd be.
Well, you
bad.
don't-
I shouldn't
It'd
go out
be
by
bad,
myself if
yeah.
I was single.
it'd be bad.
Just like the night that we're at Vino's and we're downstairs drinking, and we're hanging out, we're having a good time,
Venus is never a good idea for me.
and they're like, "Let's go upstairs." And so the girls, they head upstairs, and I go upstairs. He's like, and I'm like, "What? I can't go upstairs." He's like, "You're wearing jeans and you don't have a collar on."
Yeah.
Like I was like, "We're in Charleston, West Virginia, bro."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you can't, man. It's the rules. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. And so she heads up there, and I'm down there drinking at the bar with my buddy. I'm like, things are getting crazy upstairs. She's getting, who knows?
Yeah.
And so a fight breaks out front. So I just head upstairs because the bouncer said they have to run outside.
Yeah.
So I head upstairs, and of course here she comes. She's like, hey. She's got 2 drinks because the guys are buying her
Yeah,
drinks.
buying drinks,
And
of
she's
course.
out there dancing, and I'm like, you okay?
You all right?
And she was okay.
Okay.
And I can't remember what I said
Well-
to the guy. Oh, I got a little upset because there's another big dude that came. He's like, dude, man, you can't be up here. You know, you got to be. And I was like, dude, I'm wearing nice clothes. They're just. He's like, it doesn't matter, man. I was like, look at that person over there. I didn't say that. I said, look at that person over there. He has pleats, bro. He has pleats, and you let him up here? He's like, man, I don't make the rules, man. And then I was like, that dude over there is wearing a vest. A vest. He's wearing a vest on a Saturday night at 2 a.m. What's going on?
What kind of show are you running here?
And then he made me leave, and I was like, Ange, I gotta take you with me because you're getting roofied right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna
And
end
your
up.
wife is up there.
My wife's up here.
Yeah.
He knew
So-
my wife was up there. She was hot. She was banging. She was looking good. She was
And then
dancing.
he,
He was like, we gotta get this husband out of here.
Yeah.
So-
that's why you're going up there.
I was gonna leave, and he wouldn't let me take my drinks with me downstairs, so I gave them to some random girls. I was like, "Do you want these drinks?" Because
So that girl got raped.
so that girl got
that night.
no, nobody would no.
Roofied.
No. Anyway, that was just a side story. It was a good story, but that's
Sorry,
why
I
Angie
get into
can't
my
go to.
stories that get published.
Every
on
time
the
I go to
podcast.
Vino's, I get in trouble.
I can't.
And it's
I
not a
hate
good
being
plan.
nice So much. I don't
That
like
night
being
was
nice at all.
very labor intensive for me because we parked on Capitol Street and I had to carry her from.
Come on, Angela. You're better than that.
Listen, kid,
It was
a
an
bad
interesting
night.
evening.
Touch, you gotta do better than that. You gotta do better. You gotta be able to hold your alcohol better than that.
I do, don't I?
You do pretty
Well,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It was
always
a
seen
bad
you good.
That night was because we went from Vino's to what was that other place?
Whiskey River.
Whiskey River, and there was a band. It was a good night. It was fun. We were just out way too late.
Yeah,
She just was falling asleep.
it was a Friday night, and then I
Grandma's falling asleep.
It was a Friday night, and I woke up the next morning in the same clothes I went to work in on Friday,
Wow.
and I didn't know where my phone was.
That's
And I always have my phone on me. Like my
You
phone never
definitely had-
leaves
you
my
definitely had a
phone.
night.
That was probably like 4 years ago.
Oh, that was a
And
while
the
ago.
last time
And
we had a night like that was 4 years
4 years ago.
ago.
I mean, that doesn't. That's
So it's
so
not a normal
Oh, of
thing
course,
for
yeah,
us.
I know.
so abnormal. So abnormal for me, and I don't like it. But anyway, back to double standards. We talked about physical. Okay, let's switch it for a second, because I know you have some little cartoons we want to get to that are funny, but take it on a serious note for a second. What about like violence, like a domestic violence situation? I think that it is not okay, obviously, for a guy or a girl to hit each other, but it seems like if a guy hits a girl, it's like, throw him in jail, don't let him out. If a girl hits a guy, it's like, well, he probably deserved it.
He probably did. And if he can't handle it, he's soft.
Okay, that's fine. That's all. I understand that. And I understand that men are naturally stronger than women. But what I'm saying is it doesn't make it
it's
right.
Not okay. You
it's
shouldn't
not
be
okay.
allowed to be violent towards somebody, because a woman can kill a man. She can hurt a man badly. You know what I mean? Like, things get out of hand when you start getting violent. You can swing a knife or a cleaver. Is that what they are?
I'm pretty sure nobody's swung a cleaver at anybody except for
Oh, it's happened.
on like
Guaranteed.
Slaughterhouse or something. But okay,
Ooh, Slaughterhouse.
we can go with that.
Yeah, or you never know what'll happen, man. Woman could swing a bat at a dude thinking, oh, he's a big guy, strike him in the head and he's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
But I'm just saying it seems not that it's okay, but I think in society,
Women get off easier on that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
it's
They don't go to jail. They don't get taken away. They just get handled for a minute and they get let loose because it's a woman.
Right. That's what I'm
less
saying.
physically dominant.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I know that's a perception.
A man
That's
can
why
destroy a woman.
Most.
Most.
The
Yeah.
average. Let's go average person.
Because I know some guys I could take.
Yes, you
could
could
take a lot of
I
guys.
just say
You're
you
a
could.
beast.
I just say you could
But
definitely
I mean,
hurt
we're
some
talking
men.
about like
You scare me.
these big violent drunk guys that might
Yeah.
be 6'2" or 6'3",
Yeah.
and this 135-pound, 5'3" woman that might be a Spitfire. But I mean, physically, you're going to get crushed if he loses control.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's not going to be good, and you
Right.
can't recover because head injuries, you get smacked around. It's just crazy. And you know what? People have been getting hit lately. Like, I've noticed that. Like kids talking about guys hitting girls and seeing stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
People punching.
Athletes, a lot of athletes.
Athletes, yeah. Now you got Cheetah getting investigated.
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
I think I know you're talking about.
Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
Oh, I don't know
Tyreek
these
Hill.
people.
Yeah.
NFL wide receiver.
He's a champion. He's a new league champion. He's a champion on King
on
Geoff,
Just Fantasy.
on King Hefe's team. He is my top. He's a very good receiver for me. He did a good job this year. I want to give him props. You shouldn't beat people.
I was about to say.
That's not how we do things here. In running organization.
Oh, wow.
Running fantasy league team. But if you're not suspended next year, I'd be welcome to have you back on my team.
Jeff, you're going to take him after that?
Yeah.
Second
I don't
chance.
know that he did anything. I don't know that he did anything. Innocent until proven guilty.
I respect
And
it.
some of these ladies,
Yeah, they do.
they're trying to get some cash.
And
bro.
that's another good point. I mean, I think that guys have the unfortunate, I don't even know what you call it, bad end of the stick or whatever, that if a woman even sneezes that something happened,
they got to prove that
it's
didn't.
gonna be yeah. And I don't think that's right. You just got to be
Especially
careful.
if they're wealthy, man. If they're wealthy,
yeah,
it's like they got to
because-
prove that they weren't there, they didn't do anything.
I mean, I could go tomorrow and say, anybody did anything to me that I was even in the same, room with, or saying, you know what I mean? And they're probably going to believe me over the guy. And that's
Which is a double standard.
is a double standard.
Because if you go crying to an employer, like if you go crying to an employer that somebody's harassing you, just because you're mad at them, just say some dude at work turns you down. Say you grope him. Say you grope him, and he turns you down, and then you go to your boss and you're crying.
Because you're
and
humiliated.
You're like, he pinned me in the back corner, and he was touching me, and he was making me feel uncomfortable, and he told me he wanted, and then that dude's screwed.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is screwed because, one, even if they think you're full of shit, even if they think this girl is such a freaking little, they can't do anything about it, because if they do, and you throw a fit on them, I mean, it's hard to beat that situation.
Tell me if this is a double standard.
Especially with the Me Too movement going on. And I'm not against the Me Too movement.
Yeah, feministic and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But hey. No, I'm not going to.
What's your scenario?
Well, I'm not going to say obviously who I heard, but there was a story a while back that I got from a source. I'm guessing it was on the news at some point, but I won't say where and who it was. But a teacher at a school, I think I told you about it. Did I tell you?
I think so. Mm-hmm.
Tell me if this is a double standard, though, because I don't know what happened to a student. Well, a teacher, supposedly,
Was it a chick?
the teacher was a young male, probably a little bit older than me, so probably 28, something like that. And then, obviously, young lady in school, probably, I don't know, junior, senior, whatever.
High school age.
Yeah. Well, somehow, she got his cell phone number. Somehow.
Right.
Send him a new picture. First thing you think of, well, I got to turn this in. I just smacked the table again. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
But,
it's not once or twice.
But he turned it in. Obviously, like if I hold on to this,
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Screwed.
screwed.
Yeah.
Turned it in, did the right thing, but
Still got screwed.
he had to switch counties. That girl stayed at that school.
What?
He didn't lose his license, but he had to switch counties and go teach somewhere else. But the young lady, I think, she might have got suspended. Maybe I think she stated that she didn't have to move, or I don't know if she got expelled. She might have got expelled, but he had to switch counties, and he did the right thing. Like,
Well, he did the right thing, and I think they're in a very difficult spot, though. You know why? Because she's a child.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is she under 18?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's a child. I mean, when you look at it that way, you can't uproot. You can be like, if it's an adult, yeah, you say you get out. You did the wrong thing. He did the right thing. But she's a child that could say she took things differently.
Yeah,
or that
yeah, of
she
course, yeah.
was, she's influential and she's in her in those. It's
I
a
understand.
mistake.
I understand.
It's a mistake.
Well, she's a
made
young girl, like you
What-
said. Yeah.
Who knows how many girls would have done that to their teachers in high school back in our day? Like if they had a crush on them, a 28-year-old guy that's teaching you, and
Yeah.
you're a high school girl,
It's easy.
and you're like got all those emotions, and you got all those like juices flowing, all those
definitely.
And if he gave you any attention
any
at all,
attention,
Yeah.
just was nice to you. You know what I mean?
And then just took
so
it.
I mean, just because I know teenage
Yeah,
girls,
exactly. Yeah, you guys have teenagers.
they
And
could fall in
they
love
can have
easy
major
and have
crushes,
crushes
yeah.
and make a move and hope that he loves and falls in love with him.
I had a crush on the track coach. Remember?
I do. That's kind of where I was going.
See,
with
she
this.
told-
And
she
they
told
only
me.
they only hooked up like 6 or 7
I
times.
know.
No,
She-
did not happen.
she-
But
told
he
me.
did. He got like
Yeah,
moved around.
Like
'cause he
later,
was
I
creeping
was
with
telling
girls
you.
big time.
but not me. I just kept the books. I just
Kept the book.
I did. I just
Hey, quotations.
kept
the book.
I did. I did.
Bro,
I was innocent.
Listen, I hope
He
so,
didn't do
'cause if
anything
he-
inappropriate with me.
If a grown man is hooking up with 9th grade girls or 8th grade girls,
That's nasty.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I was
But
I was
nowadays-
a junior.
there's
Do you think it?
you were a junior. What
Yeah.
are you smoking?
When I kept
freaking junior high,
No, it wasn't. I didn't even know you in junior high.
9th grade.
No, it was like our junior year of high school.
I'm taking his word.
I didn't even know him in middle school. I was a junior.
He's got the hood on.
Listen.
I wish you could see a picture right now.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
here
moving
we
on
go.
from this.
Okay, we
All
can
right,
move on
we'll
from
move
it.
on.
But what I'm
Here's the
saying is,
deal.
how did she get his
You
number?
won in the end, regardless.
Right.
You're
I
on-
always win.
How
I was
did
about to say something else, but
That
I
dude's
don't.
still molesting children.
how?
Gosh.
I'm sorry that
How-
it happened to you. I wonder if he was a Catholic priest too.
I don't know, but I can't turn the video on right now while you're talking about this.
Why?
I want to know how she got his phone number.
That's what I don't know.
Dude, you can get phone numbers.
I don't know how she did though. That's the thing. I meant to ask the person that told me.
I mean, you have to give it
Not
your phone number
necessarily.
out. I mean, how do you get somebody's cell phone number?
What if he's a lackluster teacher and he leaves his
Well,
phone
wait a
number
minute.
on the table and-
Isn't like if you go like on the internet, like at certain schools' websites, don't they have like their email and their cell phone number if you need to reach them?
I don't know about cell phone. I'd probably
I bet-
email.
Yeah, but I know that there's probably some people that are very transparent. It's like if you need me, just text
Maybe.
me or call
I mean,
me.
maybe. You're right.
But like, yeah. Do you think? I don't know if this kind of I guess has to do with topic. Do you think it happens more now to young or male teachers getting caught
Female
or female
Much-
teachers? That's what I was
much
gonna.
more.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Because in our league,
Oh boy.
because we got a WhatsApp thing on for like years and years with all my 12 bros, and that's one of that's one of the jokes in there is anytime one of the guys finds a story across the country about a teacher banging a high school kid, that they send the article over WhatsApp and they hashtag teachers are horny. And and the guy who started it, his wife's a teacher, so he's always like bragging. You know, he's like, teachers are horny. My wife's a teacher. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And so it's always women, and they're always like young, and they're attractive.
Do you think that's because there's more women teachers than male teachers?
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Attractive. Where were they when I was in high school?
I think-
where were hot 28, 30-year-old
I have-
freaking teachers that were willing to send nudes
It's
to me. They didn't exist. I never saw them. I never met them.
You didn't have a cell phone for them to send you nudes.
I know.
Thanks a lot, Chaz, for letting
They
us
would
know.
have
how-
had to be
Paid
like,
you.
here's a picture I drew of myself. It'd be like
But I get what you're
lumpy
saying.
boobs.
Yeah, I mean,
It's true though. They got technology now, so it's like, but what are they doing? Like the one I saw like recently that I sent them was like this chick, and then it showed all their wedding pictures of her husband and her, and I'm like, you're a happily married woman, right? Obviously not.
Obviously.
And
not.
then you're freaking sending a 15-year-old boy.
that is so nasty.
And his
that's
his
annoying.
parents
that's
found it
that's-
because they had stuff on their phone like I do
That's-
for our kids.
yeah, that's
And
annoying,
they're like,
Trader.
who is this lady?
I-
Who's this girl,
I-
woman, that's sending you naked pictures? And he's like, just crap. He just completely like came undone. You know, it's like, oh, that's my teacher. It's fifth period.
Yeah,
It's a fifth period teacher. She likes to send me tit pics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm like, dude. And then, of course, it's like, you know, if it's your boy, you're like, high five, bro. What up?
Oh
No, you
yeah,
are not.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. If it's your dude, yeah.
Double standard, man.
Then-
if it's your daughter, you murder him.
Yeah,
if it's your
yeah,
daughter,
yeah.
you
If it's your
murder
son,
him.
That's a
you
double standard too. Well,
That
you're,
is-
you're a mom though. You're a mom.
That's the thing.
You're not a guy.
Dudes
You're not a
aren't
guy.
hoes. They get action. It's a good thing.
now who's hitting the table?
Well,
we're
we're guys.
talking- yeah.
You're a mom.
You know
My
what I'm
mom would be the same way with me. I'm
I'd
sure
be
your
that way
mom
with-
would have been the same way with you.
Yeah,
as
my
I'd be
well.
mom
that
would
way with
if she heard
either.
this podcast.
Exactly.
She'd be like, you should be ashamed of
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it is. It seriously is. It's like, because like, well, when I was in school, I mean, you guys were obviously together when you were in school, but gosh, it's so bad I'm talking about this. But when we receive pictures, what's the first thing you do when you receive a picture? What do you want to show it to your bros? Like
You
said?
have to. If
You want
you're
the
not-
credit. Yeah, you want the
Why
credit.
would you? If you have it, you have to show somebody.
Because,
It doesn't exist if somebody else doesn't see it.
and then if they see it, then
You're a baller.
exactly.
You're
That's
Yeah.
a guy thing though.
you're
That's,
you're the man.
Right.
Right.
yeah. Because like, what
I
a
get
girl-
amazing pictures from her, and I'm like, I gotta show somebody. Like somebody's got to see this
And
and,
what
be
do-
like, "Oh my gosh, man, you're
Well, I
so
don't-
lucky."
I don't know if because you guys were together. Maybe I don't know. But
So I posted on Twitter.
No, you better not.
definitely not. But like, what are the girls? I don't know if, like I said, maybe she said it to you back in the day or whatever. I don't mean to say back in the day when you're in high school. But the girls, what they would always say, don't show anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they know that you're obviously going to.
I don't know what you're talking about because back in the day, all we had were these cameras.
That
You
is
bought
true.
it.
You can't do. I mean,
You
there's-
bought it at the grocery store, and it was they were.
That is true,
You,
you're right, you're right.
You cranked them. You were like.
They're disposable cameras.
You
Have you ever
take
heard of them, Chaz?
pictures,
Yeah, I know.
You take
Actually,
pictures,
girls down might not care. Girls.
and
like-
then you take them
actually,
to
I don't know if they would
Walmart
say
or
don't show
Kroger
anybody.
or wherever,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
turn
they
them in,
would.
and then you come back 3 or 4 days later. If you got money, though, you could do the hour. You could do the hour develop, but you would never in your life take a nude picture. Would anybody ever think of taking a picture of themselves naked and giving it to the freaking guy to develop at the freaking Walmart?
No.
All right, we'll put it this way. Say you guys are in high school and you guys have like
Okay.
cell phones.
We'd
and
be sending pictures all the
I
time.
know, but would you say like don't show your friends like whenever you say, would you not?
She would say it.
I would say it, but I would know in the back of my head.
That's what I'm
that-
saying because that's
it's
like
gonna
'cause
be
like you said,
shown.
it's going to be shown.
Yeah.
Because the girl automatically should know whenever it's sent that they are not. That is not only their.
But I don't know how people survive nowadays because that's just blood in the water for sharks. Like the dude's not thinking about it. He's bragging, but he's putting that blood in the water, and then all his friends are sharks. They're gonna be like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna flirt with her. If she even gives me
Yeah,
a twinkle of hope,
especially that
I don't-
age.
You don't care about your boy.
Right.
Some you care about 1 or 2 boys, right? 1 or 2. But if you got a group of 8,
I'd say some. That was an unwritten rule
if
with me.
those guys
Never go
have
after
girls
my
that are
friends'
hot,
girlfriends,
you're
yeah.
gonna be like,
And I've had friends that's had some
I don't know,
very
man.
good
It's
that I would never.
undefeated. It throws it on you.
Huh?
It's undefeated. It throws it on you. You're going to be like, no. Okay.
But yeah, that's. I I don't know how we got on that.
I don't either. Started talking about teachers. Here we are.
Teachers are horny. I mean, some of them. Most of them.
Everybody is.
Well, there we go. We really are. Yeah, that's a blanket statement. Everybody is.
It's
Except
true.
really religious people.
Yeah,
No,
but
everybody
even
is.
even they
suppress
are.
it.
It is suppressed.
Everybody is.
It's suppressed, and that's kind of like what it's how we started talking about double standards today at work. Is that I think a lot of women suppress it, and they say they don't like this or they don't like that when really they do, because they think a woman shouldn't think that way. A woman shouldn't feel that way. A woman shouldn't want to do this. A woman shouldn't want to use that. A woman shouldn't want to go here. That's kind of how we started talking about it today.
The thing is like, well, what I think it should be is, if you feel that way, obviously that's between you two. You don't need to be telling people that.
Right, but I'm just saying if it comes up in conversation. Okay, so if we were having a conversation and someone was like, "Do you have
Out in public, just out in public anywhere."
Yeah, I mean, if you're at a dinner with a group of friends, okay,
And everybody's around you.
guys and girls,
Other people
married
are sitting right
couples,
beside you,
dating,
too. Other people
single,
sitting beside
yeah,
Families.
And, no, this wouldn't come up at a family table, I don't think.
No. If you're having a sexual conversation, you're not going to make sure that people aren't listening.
No,
That aren't
you,
in the
you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm saying like,
Well, I mean, if there's a family of 6 with all these kids and they're all Mormons sitting there, I'm going to be like, I like dildos.
He would, though. He would.
I mean, no, I'm not going to do that. Is that what we're getting at here?
No, what I'm saying is...
That's what I was getting at. But you didn't have to scream. We are not in the closet.
We're not in the closet right now, people.
Anyway,
So we can't talk about dildos.
wait, we're in the middle of our room, and our son is like right outside the door.
Oh, he's playing Fortnite,
No,
man.
he's not. He's on
and
Chaz's
if you heard the
laptop.
stuff they talked about,
Okay, but
he's 11 now almost.
Don't go that far. I'm going to spit my drink out. You'll make me spit it out. I'm going to hit her in the face.
Chaz is a spitter. You better
He's
watch
almost
out.
11. He knows about things we've never heard of.
Not in that way. Not in that way. I don't swing that way.
No, he spits his drink out when he laughs. My point is, you read my mind. That's where I was going. So if you're sitting around a table and a woman starts talking about how she has a toy box, okay, and other women are like, oh no, not me, I wouldn't do that. You're lying, or you really need to branch out and
but there are people that have that pressed on them.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not right.
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Or like
that's what I'm trying to say.
I heard a dude say that the other day, that like if your girl's using a toy, then you're not much of a man. Like if she needs that, then you're not much of a man. Like those type of mindsets are so closed.
I guess I understand what you're saying.
But it's not good, because that's not what, for me, that's not what, it has nothing to do with me.
Right.
Well, yeah, it does. It has to do with me because it's pleasurable for me to see that.
But I
and,
guess what
play around with stuff.
But I guess what I'm saying
But
is
does that mean that I'm not good enough?
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do, but
why would people think that?
I'm not even going that deep into it. I'm just saying on the surface level. On the surface level, for
That's
a woman,
shame.
some women think that they won't admit to it
AdamandEve.com.
because they think that a woman shouldn't be like that. That's all I'm saying. That's the only example I'm using. Okay, let's move on to your cartoons before we get into any more trouble.
What'd we do?
Nothing. I just want to move on.
She wants to move on.
Yeah.
I thought we were getting to a really good conversation.
I'm afraid what you're going to yell out. So we have cartoons.
No
Did you show
This is funny.
Chaz any of these today?
This one's funny right here.
Was that a notification?
Yeah. So this one that I'm looking at right now, it's
Hashtag free the nipple.
Right, dude.
Hashtag
Right.
Are you
the
with
nipple.
the free the nipple movement?
dude, all about it.
I know you are. I feel
Let the nips out, bro.
This is the
Let 'em
thought-
hang.
Why is that you said you don't agree with, I
Good,
think
bad, or ugly. Let them hang, man.
No.
Let 'em
why
out.
why is that though? Is that a double? Well, I don't know if that's a
I don't
double
know if it's
step.
a double standard, but
What is the double? That's what this is. It's got a man and a woman at the beach, and it's a cartoon,
it's a cartoon.
and they both have their tops off,
But a woman with their top off.
and it says, "Helen, you can't go on the beach like that. It's obscene." But then he's got the same thing going on there. of course, he's bald, and they both look terrible. But whatever.
So they both have their shirts off.
Like, I feel like, put it this way: say there's an attractive girl, obviously,
That would be cool.
has
And
her
I'm totally
has her
supportive.
shirt off. Okay,
Here, that's what- yeah,
okay, my point
that's
is,
a
okay,
double standard.
Say you got an attractive, a very well developed girl, got a very well developed young man. The guy was going to be way more attracted to the woman with her shirt off than the woman is to the guy with his shirt off, because it's a norm.
right.
Don't you think? Or do you not think so?
Say that again.
He wasn't listening.
Okay, say obviously you have two like a very attractive woman, very attractive
Right, yeah,
man,
yeah.
obviously in the chest area, whatever.
Right.
The guy is going to be way more into her with her shirt off than she is with him. Like, it's
Yeah.
going to appeal to his
Oh,
senses.
absolutely.
Because-
yeah.
Why,
Because it's sexual.
Because a woman's
it's taboo.
Well, it's the same thing with
But
gay.
it's-
It's just
No,
it's not.
But if you go to certain countries, though, where it's been normal their whole life to see a woman without a top
That
on,
is true. That could be true.
It's no different. They walk into the room, they walk onto the beach, they walk wherever, and they see a woman and a man. No matter how hot or how unattractive they are, it's like,
That's true.
well, why wouldn't they
it's-
have their
it's-
top off,
Yeah,
right? Why
it's
wouldn't they
normal.
have their top off? I'm not turned
I'm
on by it. It's
so-
not exciting.
glad I don't live there. I wouldn't go out of my house. I'm quite certain I wouldn't go to my house.
This is good though. This is a good one,
Okay.
and you can relate to this, and I
boy.
can relate to this.
Oh gosh, I'm scared.
No, it's not bad. It's
Okay.
So, like when the kids were little.
Yeah.
Kids are little, and I take the kids. Like, I go to the grocery store with the kids, and women would be like, "Oh, what a good dad." But then you go to the store with the kids, and they're like, "Oh, you got your hands full." Right? Like, people say, "Oh my gosh, you got your hands full."
I've said
they
that
don't go, "Oh, you're good, Mom." No, because you're supposed to have the kids at the store. And
Yeah.
you're supposed to keep them
I've
under
said that before.
control.
I've said both, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, me at the store, the kids seem to be acting up, and people be like, "Oh, poor you."
Yeah.
Like, "Oh my gosh, are you?" Like, women and
That's
they
true,
want to help
that's
me.
true.
They want to be like, "Oh, God bless you. That's so tough. Oh, you're such
Jess
a
probably
good
like-
dad to have all three of your kids out at the store.
Yeah.
Without your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you know. But if the mom's there with three kids without the husband, it's like, oh, your kids are kind of misbehaving. Why
Yeah.
don't you have your kids under control?
Pull them together.
Or the doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I take the kids to the doctor. It's like, oh my gosh, your daddy do your nails? You know? Mm-hmm. That's what they said. Your daddy do your nails? And then, but mom takes it.
Wait
You
a
know that
minute,
nail
what?
polish is toxic?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mom?
yeah.
Did you not? Mom, really? Why are
Yeah.
you painting your
They
nails?
really asked
Why are you
that?
painting the kids' nails?
No, I
What's
think
that?
he's just saying like.
No, it's an example
Oh,
of,
okay, yeah.
like, Dad's so awesome. He actually is here with his kids, and he
Mm-hmm.
brought them. And so, and you did their nails, but mom brings them in, and it's like, the nails
You're
are,
being critiqued. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, it's a different standard for a mom with her kids because she's the caretaker. She's supposed to.
yes, but
Yeah.
Regardless, though, of whether she's working full time.
or not. Yeah.
Because, like, she was,
Mm-hmm.
and I was, so we just, whoever could get the kids a freaking
Obviously,
doctor,
yeah.
or whoever could get to the store, you grab the kids and you do it. We always did whatever we had to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it was true. Women would look at me different. Like, it was like, I got
Oh.
kids and I'm helpless. But then again, it's like, I'm not helpless. I never thought of myself as helpless.
Yeah.
I got this under control.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And not
It's just the outside, how you perceive
The
it.
perception is like.
I think a lot of moms out there can deal with that. I think a lot of moms out there can be like, oh, you had to take the kids one time out of the last 6 months with you because men will do that. Men will be like, I can't go to run to the store. I got the kids.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I can't do this. I got the kids.
Well, just when you think of kids, most of the time they mostly all appeal to their mom more. It's more because the mom carries them. You know what I mean? It's going to be
Right, but
so like the mom is the one that's supposed to apparently the preference of
True.
having them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but my point, I grew up differently. So my mindset is not what they appeal to. It's, she says, somebody needs to go to the store.
Oh yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking, well, but the kids are with me. I can't go to the store.
Oh no.
I have friends like that. Literally, like, if they have to watch the kids, they aren't doing anything, and then they're going to let you know for weeks that they had to deal with the kids for that night.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, you're not watching. You're not babysitting your own
Right.
kids.
Me, I would
but-
just grab my freaking kids and let's
Yeah,
go to the store.
exactly.
You want to tear the store up? Cool. But we're going to the store. We're going to the store.
So my mom
good to go.
would do with me,
I'm
yeah.
all good. I can handle you.
Yeah.
You know? But,
Well, yeah, you should. Yeah, that should be
But-
something that both.
But it's completely expected of the mom, even if the dad is sitting at home
Yeah.
sometimes. So it's kind of a double standard because the dad can be there watching the game. He's like, God, you're going to, you know, when they're little, it's like, but I'm trying to watch the game and you got to go to the store. Do you have to leave them here?
Oh yeah, that would not fly with me.
I'd feel. Oh man.
That would not fly.
When I say you need a, I don't know. Well, if a woman would allow that, wouldn't they be asking for it?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're just letting it
it's-
You're
happen.
saying they're begging for it.
No.
No,
Teach them how to treat you, though.
Yeah,
You
that's-
teach
that's
them
what-
how to
that's what I'm
treat you.
saying.
That- yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You teach them how to treat
yeah,
you.
that's basically what I was getting.
And
Like,
you know what? And that's another thing with some people, men and women. Sometimes they are needy and they want to be needed and they want to be kind of a martyr.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually will not allow that spouse to do certain things
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
order to have a place, in order
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
needed more, in order to be always to be able to say, I had to do all this and your
I know,
mom never
I know.
did this.
I know somebody.
Oh, I had to do this. Your dad never would do this.
I don't
well,
like
that's
that.
because you probably wouldn't let dad.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
You never
100%.
let dad. You never let mom.
Another
You know?
another double standard that you just made me think that happens at the store. It happens a lot in Atlanta. Well, maybe it's because the kids were little that I see this happening with women, but not so much men. Is you have your kids with you in the cart, and you have a cart full of groceries, and it's heavy, and it's tons of workers at the store will say, "Can we help you to the car with that? Do you need help with that? Do you need help with that?" No, I mean I'm fine. But if you were walking out with all the kids in a cart full, do you think anybody would be like, "Do you need help with that?" Do they think women
never
like?
thought of
Do you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
Because I've actually offered that.
and
with,
that's nice. It's very nice. I don't
I've done
get
it mostly
offended.
with like older women.
And when you say older,
done it-
we've
I've
gone
done
over
it
this
to older-
today.
to older-
What are we saying when you say older
I'm talking
women?
like 60s, 70s.
Um,
but I might have
usually
done it
do
to a
it
mom before.
not
Not
a
trying to
woman.
hit on a mom or anything, but just trying to help a mom out or something like that. You know,
I
what
think
mean?
it's
Yeah.
nice, and I do
But I
not
have
take
never-
offense by it at all.
To a younger male, I've never. Maybe an older man, if I'd seen he had a lot of stuff, and he's like
struggling.
struggling, like slow motion.
Usually for me, it's just young men.
Honestly-
in their 20s or 30s.
That's-
if
I
they're,
agree.
like
I
attractive
believe with
that. Oh
and
my
they
gosh.
need help, I'll grab them. Like when their hands are full of groceries and they can't do anything, I'll smack them in the butt.
You would.
And I'll say, "You need some help with that, buddy?"
No, but really, you wouldn't. Nobody volunteers to help for it to a guy.
That is something.
I always got that, like when I had the girls with me and a bunch of groceries. Ma'am, do you need help? It's very nice, but I took. Actually, I was
looked
pregnant
so
with Nate.
hopeless,
I
I'm
was
sure.
pregnant. No, I was big pregnant with Nate, and Maddie and Brooke were with
You
me.
were big pregnant.
Oh
My
my gosh,
mom-
it was
my mom
miserable,
was
and it was
big,
towards
too.
the
My
end,
mom's
and
short
I'll
woman,
never forget it. I was going out, and I really didn't feel good. I was in a lot of pain, and I had a lot of groceries, and I had the girls with me, and some kid.
Where was I?
You were at work. Some
He's
kid.
watching the game.
It was probably a guy. It was probably a guy in
He
his
gave me the
20s.
grocery list.
A guy in his 20s. He's like, "Ma'am, can I help you put your groceries in your car?" And I
Was
was
he
like,
hitting on you, or
I don't
was-
even care. I didn't even care at that point. I was like, "Yes, please." And I went and got in the
Why
car.
would she care? She was pregnant.
That was the only
She couldn't
time.
get pregnant again.
That was the only time that I let somebody help.
But you probably, I feel like you were taking it as a fact of like they were seeing you as hopeless, or
I mean, at that moment though, I really did
Not
not feel
hopeless,
good. But like,
like you.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or it's a lot of weight for you, or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. So
That's good though. I mean,
That's
I
nice.
think that's awesome that people are.
No,
If
it
they
is.
see- If
I-
you see somebody struggling, you should offer to help.
But,
yeah,
like-
but they don't offer men help as much as
I
women.
feel like men though, when you if you ask men, like for instance, like if I'm with my grandparents or whatever, and like I see like the trash is heavy or whatever, because my grandparents, both of them, like to do things their way.
Yeah.
And like I'll ask my grandpa like if it's really heavy, and he just puts it in, like Papa, you want me to take that out? Oh no, I got it. You want me to roll the trash cans out front? Oh no, I got it. Even if he's sick, or I don't know if that's like an ego thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a man ego thing. That's why you can't ask men.
But I
guess
don't
that's true. You
know what
I don't want
happens
it to
with
ever be
men?
like that. I don't want it to come to a day. The reason I want it is to come to a day where like he don't offer to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
if I'm,
that I think with men though, like if I saw a man struggling in a parking lot with something, I think I'd be more apt to just go up and help. without even asking, and make them be a dick. Because if you ask, they're going to say no.
One thing he'll let me do is
If you just go up and say,
in the
"Hey,
morning get
grab
the paper and bring the
just grab
paper in for him in
trash,"
the morning. Yeah,
You know, it'll be different than if you don't.
because he don't like. I'll be like, well, some things he'll ask, like if he needs something. I'm not gonna sound like this might sound like a douchebag. I don't mean to, but like if he needs something like lifted or help, like carrying something,
Yeah.
he'll be like, he'll ask me to help him, but like, taking out the trash. Like for instance, if Mama's out of town, he wants to do the dishes. He don't want me to do the dishes. Like, Papa, I'll do the dishes. I was like, if anything, if you want to do the dishes, I'll clean them and I'll dry them. Oh no, I got it. Like I'm like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
like, I'm like, okay. Yeah, like he don't nothing like that. About as much as I could do is, I'll get the paper in the morning because he's
Does he
always.
think you can't do it good enough? Is it one of those things?
Maybe it could be that, or he's very. I feel like it's kind of like it's like an ego thing. Like he wants to be able to say, I took out the trash today. I did this. I did
Yeah.
that.
Oh, he wants to be able to tell her I had
Like
to do the
like
dishes.
like how you say, yeah.
I had to do
He's
all
one of those,
this.
yeah.
The
He's one of those,
martyr,
yeah,
the martyr.
yeah.
Like Chaz wouldn't do nothing.
I know the answer where I'm gonna say it, but I feel obligated. Which I don't mind doing it, but it would make it way easier when.
Right.
I even asked my grandma will let me some, but she's the same way. But she don't say I've done this today. I've done this. Like,
What if your grandma's saying,
no, she'll
better
let,
not let Chaz do that. You better do the dishes. You better do that. You better take the trash. Don't you let Chaz do everything for you.
I don't think she'll let me. I'll go get the groceries whenever she comes back from like the grocery store or whatever. I'll go get them and bring them all in. But like if he's there, he may let me, like, I have to go out there and like he won't ask me to come. Like he'll be like, Chaz, you care to help bring in like these? No, he won't. He don't like asking for, or won't. He don't like taking any help.
Yeah.
I think it's an ego thing. But if I was an older man, like, and my grandson was there, I mean, I'd
Be
take.
like, hey, get up here. Come on, let's go.
I don't know if I'd be, but I mean, sometimes I'd be like, especially like if I was sick or something, or I wasn't feeling that
Do
good.
that with Gary.
Well, yeah, you should, because he stays at your house. I mean,
Yeah,
that
but
teaches
that's-
you. That teaches
but
you
that's
too.
the point.
When
Yeah,
I get
it's
home
to
from,
teach you.
if I go get the groceries, when I get home from the grocery store, even if I don't get the
Well,
groceries,
him-
I don't unload the groceries.
Well,
I'm not gonna
Gary,
do it.
and Nate or whoever.
Here's what I do.
Yeah.
But it
I
makes them
open
feel
the
good
door-
about themselves. I don't care what anybody says.
I open the door after coming from the grocery store, and I'm like, if anybody's eating this food, come get groceries out of the car.
That's
If
my-
you're not eating the food, then you don't have to come
That's
get
what my
groceries.
dad would always tell me. If Mom would go to the grocery store, which she would most of the time, he'd be like, son, get your shoes on. We're going out there. Be ready. Your mom's going to be here in 10 minutes. You're going to be looking out the door.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna be eating this
You're
food?
going to be going out there and you're getting it. And I was an only child, too. He'd be like, and he'd always tell me, son, get the door for your mom. He'd
Yeah.
tell me that stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He'd do stuff like that. But
Speaking of that, let me tell you a little funny story. The other day we were at, where was I? With Nate. I was somewhere with Nate. Oh, I know what it was. I got up from school and I had to go to Bath and Body Works. And we were walking out and there was a lady walking in. And I was like, Nate, you need to go get that door for that lady and hold it open. We hold you guys hold doors open for ladies. He goes, duh, Mom, I'm not stupid. And he did it. And I'm
he
like,
knows.
oh.
Yeah, he knows.
that's-
So he knows.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, he
good.
knows.
That's a good little
taught
trait.
him well.
Yeah,
You did
yeah.
teach him well.
So you did.
All right,
yeah,
you got
he knows.
another?
He knows.
We got more?
Do you got more?
I don't know that I've got much more.
I thought you did. I liked the boob one.
The boob one?
Hashtag free the nipple. You're not part of that movement.
No,
though.
it's not for
This
the
one
nipple.
is-
This
this
is.
one's
I
good.
told
But
you.
you are,
But you gotta have the
if the
picture
job
to really
was
know.
there,
It's-
you would be hashtag free the nipple.
I absolutely
So
would.
that's-
I'd be
that-
freeing them all over the
See,
place.
That's why she's
Well,
not.
we got to get the titty tub filled up. We got to get the titty tub done.
See, she's for it though. If
Well, why would I be for something that I don't want to show?
well, if it was normal, it wouldn't matter.
True.
Because you got guys with saggy tits.
I know. That's true.
But,
That's true.
but this is one that says you've got the two guys at the mall. The woman is breastfeeding.
Yeah,
She's
yes,
covered-
she told me about that.
Yeah, and the dudes, the security comes up and they say nursing ? This is a shopping mall. We can't allow women to brazenly display their breasts.
Who's the
And
problem
then-
with breastfeeding?
But in the background, it's like this huge bra picture of big titties.
Victoria's
on a
Secret.
sign.
do people have a problem with breastfeeding?
Yeah.
People do, yeah.
It's a
People
natural
are offended.
thing.
People are offended.
How
if
can you be
see-
offended?
Tits are natural. Naked
If you-
bodies are natural.
Yeah.
But nobody can be naked.
If
We
you-
just talked about this.
But-
it's not okay.
Dude, even when they're, which I wouldn't care, but even when they're breastfeeding, most of the time the mom has like a towel there.
Well, she
Sometimes
does,
they
and that's
don't.
fine, too.
Sometimes they don't.
Well, even
though.
if they don't, it's a natural thing.
I don't like it.
Guess
I don't
what?
want to see it.
You
Listen,
I don't
if we
wanna see it.
don't want to, if we don't pay attention to it, it's not as big of a deal. Everybody makes stuff
True.
a big deal.
That's a
Just
good point.
freaking don't look. If you don't like it, don't look.
That's a good point.
It's just like.
But it's hard not to look. It's
just
like a
the
car wreck
freaking-
to me.
Yeah, but it's just like the whole,
I didn't
just like
kneel.
the whole Kaepernick thing, kneeling down. Don't make a freaking big deal about it. If
And
the
if
guy wants to freaking not kneel, or if he wants to sit on his head, or if he wants to stand on his head, if you think it's stupid, say it's stupid and move on and play the game. Who gives a crap? Let the dude do what he wants to do. We live in a free country. Doesn't even matter.
That's what I said about like I don't mean to get off topic, just real quick. Well, basically, like you said, if he could kneel, I don't mean to get on this subject. If cameras wouldn't be on him or people wouldn't make a big deal about it, then he might not have kneeled or it wouldn't have been as big of a deal.
But you know what he did first, and I'm not taking up for him.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like-
Yeah.
But you know he went to Marines and said, "What's the appropriate way to do?"
I did
this?"
not know that. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
He actually went, and they said the appropriate way to protest is to kneel, so that
I had
you don't
not-
offend anybody. You know what I mean? Like
Backfire.
That's the way to do it, rather than just sitting like a lazy bum on the back on the bench.
Yeah,
Still
which
show some respect, but kneel.
A peaceful protest.
Peaceful protest and kneel. That was Marines.
I didn't-
That's what I heard. That's
I did not
what
know
I read
that. I did not know
recently,
that. I believe it. I didn't know
that
that.
he actually went and sought advice so he didn't offend Marines.
I did
that
not
fought for
know
this
that.
Country. And then they said you need to kneel still with your teammates out on the field,
Mm-hmm.
and
I did not know that.
not sit on the bench or sit and ignore the entire ceremony, because he wasn't really ignoring the ceremony necessarily, just kneeling. I don't know what I'm talking about other than that little piece, so I'm not very educated on it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't care what he does.
Well, my point was
I don't care if none of them. I know what I got to do, and I'm responsible
Yeah.
for me.
Well, my point was like you said, you don't look at it like if regardless
I'm
of
looking
the
at the
camera
flag,
or whatever.
man. I don't
But
care what you're doing.
yeah, but if people make a big deal of it, then obviously it becomes a big deal. Just like if people are looking at a woman breastfeeding in public,
I
it's
know,
gonna
but
be a
it's
huge deal.
because it's because look, I can kind of
I mean,
under
I'm looking because they're titties, but
I can kind of
Looking if
understand.
they're nice,
I can
or if
kind
it's a
of
hot mom.
well, but I don't know. Coming from a person who did not breastfeed, who did not,
Not about it.
I know. That's just me, and that's just me personally.
She's against
and
it.
I know
I'm
there's.
just kidding. She's not
I'm not
against it.
against
She's
it
not
at
against it. I'm
all.
just
I
kidding.
think everybody has a right to do what they want to do. But I got chastised by some.
feeding.
I got chastised by some because I didn't breastfeed, which
See,
is
now-
offensive in and of itself.
That isn't their place to do that.
It's not, and it's
That's
not my
their
place to say that you can't, that you shouldn't breast. I think you should. I
feel
think
like
it's the best way.
You never said, what are you
But-
doing that, did you?
What?
Did you like chastise women for doing that?
Oh gosh, no!
I
I
don't-
think it's.
I
I,
didn't
think
think
that's what
you-
they're made
Of course
for.
not.
I didn't think
she
you-
tried to do it. It didn't work for her.
Well, I didn't like it. I tried
yeah,
it for a
yeah.
like
half
I
second.
said, it didn't work for you.
My whole point is
which is fine.
Yeah. Women shouldn't be saying anything to her. That's her kid. It's not
Right.
their kid.
right.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying I support it. I think that
Yeah.
it's the best thing for the child, and if you love doing it, you love doing it. But I can't.
Plus, they were mine. I didn't
And
want
what I.
That was a high
I'm
five.
so outnumbered here. When are we ever gonna have
That
a
is
female
so
on
true.
the podcast?
That is so true, though. I bet Jeff was like, seriously,
But
though. Like,
no, it's the thing. Like I can't separate out. And maybe there's some women that feel this way, and maybe I'm
I
the only person
guarantee-
in the
no,
world.
you're
But
definitely
I
not.
can't separate boobs out from not being sexual. So when I tried to breastfeed my first child, I was, and this is warped in my mind, but I didn't like it because I was like,
Yeah,
no,
you
this
feel
is
it's
a
yeah.
sexual thing to me, and
You're
I don't
definitely
like
not
this,
the
and
only
I'm
one.
disconnecting from my child. I'm disconnecting from her because I can't get it out of my mind.
that'd be a weird feeling.
Right? So I would rather bottle feed and be able to connect and everything's separate. You know what I mean?
Me too.
That's kind of how I am.
Better
So
for
when
you.
I see somebody out breastfeeding, I have no.
And the kid can still get what they need.
When I see a woman out breastfeeding, I don't think that it's bad. I don't think it's gross. I think it's
I know you
great. I
don't.
think it's fine.
I know you
But
don't.
when you just are outright flopping it out at the table and there's everybody sitting around, I don't think that's very tasteful. I'm sorry, that's just my
Tasteful?
opinion.
The baby might think so.
Good use of words.
No, what about this, though? Because
I usually sit there with moms that need to feed the baby, like your baby's hungry against your tit out or not.
Jeff, that's disgusting.
hey, what about this?
That's
What
you all.
about-
Game of Thrones, like your
Hey.
girl.
No, how about this?
I
I've
apologize
seen
for
people.
Jeff's statement right there.
I've seen people.
I do. I apologize.
I want Jeff's take on this first. Breastfeeding kids are like 2 or 3.
No, never.
That's disgusting,
Stop.
man. That
Child
is
abuse.
I swear.
I'm sorry.
I know. I swear.
That's child abuse.
I swear.
Game of
I've
Thrones
heard of
where your boy's like, I'm hungry.
And he's like 9.
2.
No. 1 is the
No.
cutoff.
I know. I've seen that. I know of families that have done that.
I know that. I know there are people that don't. It's time
I'm not
to get,
judging you if you do it, but
I am.
I'm not. But past
What do you
1,
think?
past 1 is nasty.
What about
Done.
2.5?
No, I said past 1.
Talk about free the nipple.
No
When that
doubt.
kid's a little bit older,
Like
you need to
gnawing
free,
on
when
it.
that when a kid can ask for it, it's not right anymore.
No, it's gross.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sorry. I'm
they-
sorry.
Like I've
Yeah,
heard
nah, man.
like milk.
No,
No.
Mom, I'm thirsty.
When they come grabbing, when they walk up to you,
Yeah.
and start pulling your shirt down to get something
That's
to drink.
see, that's
Nah,
I
dog.
can't.
No.
do this.
No, dog, I'm out, man. You are not. You as a mother are no longer.
I'm
You're
done.
not going to have any more kids because I'm not going to sleep with you.
I'm just I.
Our
no,
child is grabbing your boob
No.
in front of the guests,
no,
asking for a drink.
no.
Child abuse past 1.
I mean, I shouldn't use that
No,
term.
no.
I
What would
should-
you call it? What would be a correct term?
gross.
Go ahead. What would it
A
be?
correct term for what?
Past 1.
A child
Psycho.
breastfeeding like 2.
Psycho.
Oh gosh, I mean, I'd just say gross.
It's a no. Don't let that on your tit. Don't tell the dude it's time for a bottle, bro. It's time for some
my
steak and
gosh.
eggs. You're 12 months old.
You
We're
graduated.
gonna cut shit up for you now. Like we're gonna cut some things up, and you're gonna chew it up with your little teeth.
The case is out with somebody's is a daughter.
And if you don't have teeth by
Oh,
now,
wow.
if you have teeth, why are you on a nipple? I don't want to go down this road anymore.
I'm just mate.
I don't want to go down this road anymore. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it.
I hope we didn't offend anybody,
I just
but
I think it's a good topic because I've seen it. I've known families that
oh, I mean, listen.
Just offended.
There was a lady in
I'm
Georgia.
not offended. I'm just shocked.
There was a lady in Georgia. I was our neighbor, and I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and she had a baby well into her 40s. Remember her?
Oh, I remember. Trust
And
me, she's a
our
mammoth.
our
She's
daughter,
a mammoth woman.
our daughters,
She's Russian. I know it.
our daughters hung out
Not the
together.
hot Russian women. Go on.
No, are you done talking about Russians?
Go.
Okay, so we went on a play date to Books a Million, and my kids had never seen breastfeeding because I didn't do it, and so they never seen it. Yeah, and we're sitting there at story time, and they're reading a book, and she just flops it out and starts feeding the baby. Like, I'm not, Chaz, I'm not talking about, like, she covered up, like, there was the
How old?
blankets. How old was what?
the baby.
Well, a baby. Like a baby.
A couple months, like
Oh, yeah, like appropriate breastfeeding age. But she didn't try to cover. She didn't have a shirt. Like,
not
she just,
hot
like,
either. She's
woo,
hideous.
let it out and, like, there. And I was
Nobody
like,
wants to see her titties.
you know, there's a bunch of kids, like, at the thing, and then, like, they're all looking, and it's just,
slippery slope. Though.
it's a slippery slope. I just,
There's tack on it.
I don't know.
Did you say anything?
I didn't,
Okay.
because it's
Why-
not my place
why-
to say anything.
exactly.
But I thought stuff.
Yeah.
I would never say anything to anybody.
What
I
if-
would never make anybody feel bad or feel
Jeff, if
uncomfortable.
you saw a 3-year-old sucking on a mom's boob, would you say something?
I would call the police.
What if it was in your family?
I would heckle them while it was happening. I would make the child cry.
You are ruthless.
He said,
I would like start. I would turn on. I'd get my phone out and I'd turn on like The Exorcist and I'd put it up to the baby's ears. And I would
Oh my
make it-
gosh.
How would a mom agree to that? Is it a? Well,
She's
you
got
would know. Is it?
problems, man. She's needy.
Something's
Would that what it be?
wrong. I mean, in my opinion, something's not right.
What are you meaning? Like sexually with her partner?
No,
or what do you,
no,
Are you
no,
meaning
no,
like
no.
an attachment or
Yeah,
what?
I think it's an attachment issue. If you're a 3-year-old and you're
Or
breastfeeding
2, whatever.
2 or 3 or 1.1,
Okay.
something's like it's not the baby having trouble coming off the teat. It's the mom.
No, the mom needs to break that ish.
The mom is wanting is
Why
the
would she
connection.
not? Is what I'm saying.
Why would she not what?
Break it.
You're the
because there's-
psychologist, man. You're studying this stuff because she's
Because
crazy.
she's the counselor.
I'm a counselor.
Oh,
There's
my
a
bad.
difference.
There's a big
Because
difference. So
she's
you don't-
attached.
You don't
Nah.
think you could have a thought process on this?
I was thinking.
She's
Psychological
attached, I
issue?
think. And it's
Like,
a,
is it attached to the feeling?
no,
Is it
I think it's
attached-
a
No, it's not a physical.
I think that
feeling,
she.
I don't think.
I think that she
I don't know,
thinks
that'd be
she's
creepy.
attached to the child
Or the child
emotionally.
Needs?
Not
It becomes
needs
a
even-
habit, I'm sure.
not needs as in a nutrition fact, but I think she needs it as a mom. If you, when they're done with that, you're not needed as much, and a mom needs
Yeah.
to be needed.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have that feeling with that issue, but I kind of can relate in other things. Like they don't need me anymore. You know what I mean? Like you feel a certain type
If you're
of way.
a mom, though, you're needed constantly, so don't ever
There's
worry
no-
about
yeah,
that. People
that's what
out
I
there
tell
that
her. Yeah.
listen. If you're out there right now and your child's 4 and they're still sucking on your nipples,
Oh gosh,
you're going to be needed.
it's okay to let go.
You're needed. You're needed badly. Get them off of it. Get them a bottle, or don't give. If they're 4, get them a cup.
At least a
Get 'em
sippy cup.
Get them a cup and have them drink out
At
of
4,
it.
they
like a
should be off
human.
the sippy cup.
Jessel.
And then they're going to need you to pour drinks into that cup.
At 4,
And
you need to be off the sippy cup.
You're still trying to get them to quit crapping their pants. Like,
Dude, yes.
yeah, like
At 4, they should be done doing
not
that
if they're
too.
still sucking on a nipple. They're probably just starting to poop out in their pants
gosh.
regularly.
Hey, it says milk. Or
No.
eat. One or the other.
Eat.
They should be forming sentences, and it should have nothing to do with sucking on any human part of a body. At
I'm
4
just,
years old,
I
or
yeah,
3,
I just feel like that.
2.5,
No,
or 2, or 1.5.
or 1.1 over
Is that
12
the
months.
unwritten rule?
In,
I don't know
in
what the
my
unwritten
book,
rule is, but if they're learning to walk and getting booby action, it's not good.
gosh, can we please? Can you
Get
do you have
booby
another cartoon to look at?
I think
He don't want to get on this subject anymore.
Do we have?
I'll tell you
another
more about it
cartoon
when
to
we
look
get
at?
off this, so I can go into more
Do we-
detail.
damn, my phone's I'm watching. Ooh, 9:27.
That's hilarious.
I think we're pretty much done.
Oh, we are okay.
Walking and getting
I
booby
mean, I
action.
didn't have much else.
Okay.
That was
Um,
we already did. that.
Chaz, you and your sound effects over
Mm-hmm.
here. Oh, we didn't talk
This
about
one's
that.
good.
We didn't talk about that. Well, I don't know if we want to.
If a
Really?
well, I'm trying to see like when it comes to like they're saying here. I don't know if I can handle it. If a man says that, they're weak. If a woman says that, she's emotional.
What?
I don't know if I can
I
handle
don't know
this.
if I can handle this. You know, or this is absolutely bullshit. I'm so angry I could put my fist through a wall. Well, for a dude, it's like he's just angry. For a woman, she's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
That
agree
one I
with
can-
that.
Nah, you're crazy. You should have it together, lady. But a
No.
dude, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
the
he's just
ladies-
angry.
I
He's
think
just
the
mad.
first one.
He's just mad. He's
The
just
first-
upset.
The first one, I've talked to my friends that are men and friends that are women that have felt that, and I don't think I never had a double standard with that.
With which one?
The first one that he mentioned. Like,
I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah, I've talked to both,
Yeah.
and there's no double standard. Even the other one. Well, yeah, if I was told a story, well, I'd say both are crazy.
Really?
If you're putting a hole through a wall
I think you can just be mad. I
and
haven't.
put a hole through a wall,
I could.
actually, I punched my door one time over. A
Well,
relationship,
I've seen you.
so
I've seen you punch your laptop. What are you talking about?
That is true. That is true. Yes, I won't dispute that. Yeah, that is true.
And that's
That's
how
more
it is
of
for men,
anger
though. If you're
issues.
weak,
Okay,
though,
but
on
that's
the
just what
first
you-
one that you're talking about, like
I've never had
about if you can't handle something, it's like dudes are like, get your crap together, man.
Like if
with dudes, we say, get it together.
Well-
you need to pull your crap together. That's what I would say to my son. I wouldn't say it to my daughter. I'd say it's okay. You're emotional. You're upset. But some of that's true, though. I think.
I don't
think
know.
some
It
of
would
it's
have to
just
depend on the
true.
situation.
It's just the way it is.
What,
I mean,
what the thing is it stuff they've inflicted on themselves? Is it stuff that, like, emotionally with, like, say, like, if it was a son and emotional with a girl or something, or your son had done something bad and then was, I don't know. It just depends on the situation, I think. But, like, if people are punching holes through walls, I think both are crazy. Depending, don't matter if you're a male or a female. But
I think you're crazy if it happens all the time. That might be a crazy issue.
punching a hole through a wall.
Chaz, I've been so mad before.
drywall's really easy to punch a hole through.
No, I mean, I couldn't physically punch a hole through a wall, I don't think. But, like, for me to punch a wall, I feel like I have been to that point. I haven't punched a wall, but
Actually, I've probably been
I've
there.
done something equivalent. I've done something really equivalent not very long ago. And I was just mad. I was just angry.
Actually,
I was just upset.
Yeah.
But I'm not a crazy. Now, if this happens on the reg,
Just kidding.
You're crazy.
I'm gonna punch you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, if it happens like regularly or something, then yeah, you might be a little cray cray. But people get angry, people get mad, and then sometimes you get to that point of where, yeah, I mean, I've broke a cell phone, I've thrown it at Jeff once.
I broke things.
But I'm not crazy.
Actually, people probably thought I've been crazy. Yeah, I agree.
You're just mad. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes not doing something like that makes you crazy.
I didn't think.
Sometimes crazy stuff happens in your life, and if you don't react with some anger, don't react,
it's going to make you legit.
And you're
yeah.
like, if you just sit there, you go, oh, okay, you're freaking crazy.
That is true.
Because there's stuff that happens in your life that you should lose your crap over.
Yeah.
You should be a mess. Like, you should be screaming going down the road, like, what is going on in my life? Like that, like losing your mind, screaming. Yeah. Or you're crazy. If you're standing in your kitchen after you've lost somebody,
yeah, that is true.
Unknowing, like, suddenly that you didn't expect or something, and you're just like,
or a baby's on nipple at 3.
That sucks. It's just life. Stuff happens. You know, it's all good. You're crazy. You're crazy.
True. That is true. You do. That is sold me. You're definitely true.
Because if somebody called me and said our brother's gone right now, I might punch holes through the wall.
Well, okay, yeah, okay, I understand.
And if I didn't, then you guys probably should not let me go to sleep. You should not go to sleep with me awake.
Like, yeah,
because I would not be okay. It's not good. It's not.
Yeah.
That is true. I didn't think if you don't let it out, then it legitly.
I'm not saying there's a right way to do it or a wrong way to do it. I'm just saying people react the way they react, and it doesn't necessarily make them crazy. It just depends on the circumstance. Now, when people like lose their crap over stupid stuff and punch a hole in the wall.
Oh yeah, then you might be a little crazy.
Like if I like later tonight, if Carolina loses to Duke on a buzzer beater, and I start punching holes in the wall.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's way too much.
I would never do that.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's.
But I do get ugly about stuff like that. But I don't break anything. I don't think.
No.
On purpose.
You're not. You don't do stuff like that. I'm more like that.
Actually, I'm more like that probably.
Yeah.
I told her this all the time. My mom would always say something like, if I probably do have some. I definitely have problems. Well, like if say my shirt gets hung, especially when I was like your daughter's age, like 15, 16, 17. If like I'm walking past and like my shirt like gets hung on like a door, you know, I'm like, and I punch her. I'm like, what the heck? And mom's like, what's wrong with you? You got issues or something like that. Or if like I couldn't get the door shut, like, and I yank it back or something like that.
What about the day you were trying to open the air conditioning thing with the key, and I had to come do it?
Makes my blood boil even thinking about it.
I thought he was going to hit it.
What I say is
So you panic?
I just say, Angie,
instead of like backing up and being like, wait a minute,
I can't do
how can
that.
I get my shirt loose?
I can't do that
from this.
I said, Angie, do it before I hit it.
He did. So are you crazy?
Yes.
Don't ever talk to my wife that way again.
I said, Angie, get this before I hit it. Yeah. And my computer, my MacBook is broke because there's been times where I've been wanting to turn stuff in, and like the internet goes wrong, and I'll hammer fist my computer.
I saw that once. No,
and that helps, right?
You didn't do good on it.
It doesn't help at all.
It makes me feel computer.
It makes me feel better though.
Well, as long as you feel better and your computer's broken, I'm sure.
I mean, my computer lasted for a while, but obviously it caught up to it. But
you didn't.
Yeah, you're banging on your computer.
Yeah, I mean,
you didn't do good on a quiz one day, and you slammed it down, and you went like this, and I was like, calm down.
Yeah, okay? I was throwing some. Yeah, it's
elbow drops on the computer.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, it could be. Well, like you're talking about breaking stuff during a freaking middle school game, dude. My dad is sitting on the bench with me. This is so terrible.
This is a great one.
Jesus, forgive me. I was coaching. Well, this was AAU, Burn. I had a clipboard and a marker. Obviously, I'm doing plays and stuff like that. Well, something happens when a close game. You know what a Gronk spike is? Gronk spike my marker on the sideline. I'm talking, dude. Lift the leg up. Drop an F-bomb. 6th, 7th grade parents are there, dude. My dad is there.
But why?
Because of a stupid play that one of my players, something they did that ticked me off.
But that's okay.
Okay, that's what I was getting. Oh,
that's coaching, right? You're doing everything you can. You get mad. You get frustrated.
Yeah.
Bobby Knight, that son of a bitch.
7th grade. Oh, dude, it was bad. I apologize to the parents. Dude, it's bad. I'm surprised I didn't get technical. Dude,
but things happen, and that's what my point is. Like, you get boiled, and like
I have a short fuse. I feel like you got a long fuse. I feel like
I do.
I feel like you got a long fuse too. Mm-hmm. But you're parents though, and
But
been-
when that fuse blows, both of us.
I know, but I guess when I'm an only child, obviously I don't have kids. I have a shorter fuse than you. Maybe whenever I have kids someday, my fuse will be on.
It will.
But yours is
Probably
definitely
not if you don't have it now.
No, I think it
Mine's
will.
shorter now than it was. When
I
I was
think-
younger,
I
I
think
was
mine's-
really calm.
I think mine's
Really?
longer. When I was younger, I was.
Actually, you seem.
Yeah,
See, I
add the
think for
stress
me
of
it's-
life to everything.
I think for me it's
Well, yeah,
the
because you got
opposite.
way more
Shorter.
responsibilities now.
Yeah.
But don't you think for me it's the opposite? I used to have a lot
You're
shorter
much more
fuse.
chill.
I'm way
Yeah,
more
you're
chill now.
So much more chill.
Oh gosh.
She used to be like crazy about everything. Like she was so organized, and not that you're not organized now, but I mean you were like crazy detailed about every detail of every day, about everything.
Like even high school and stuff.
Oh God, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
really bad.
Dude,
Even with Maddie.
she would go out of town for one night and leave me like a notebook of every second of every day what need to be done.
So bad.
What need to be done?
It was bad.
Like the kids go to bed at 9:07, and
Come
they
on.
take these vitamins at this time, and then
Do you
they do
think-
this,
Not only
and
that-
then
Do you not think a
need-
lot of moms are kind of like that though? I
Probably.
mean, obviously you don't know. Well, besides your mom,
I don't know. All I know is I knew all that stuff already because I lived there.
Yeah.
But not only did I
Yeah,
do
that is
that,
true, yeah. That is
It
not
was for
only
her though. It was for her
Yes.
to feel good
Yeah,
about
for
Yes.
leaving and knowing.
my
that-
mom. I feel like my mom.
not
would
only
be
did
the-
I do that, I would call and be like, "What did they eat for dinner? Did they eat all of it?
That's
Did they
a-
leave anything? Did they
I'm
complain
sure that
about
would,
anything?"
that would get annoying.
Did they go to
And then
bed?
she's like, "Do you not listen to me?" I'm like, "No, because
Yeah.
you're gonna call."
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's bad.
And you left notes, so I don't need to listen to you.
But now,
That's my mom would do the same thing with like she did the same thing with my dad. Granted, I was the only one, but she'd be the exact same way. Like
Yeah.
he needs to be. Does he have his homework done? All that.
I'm just way more patient, way more laid back. I let things roll off my back way more
Oh,
now
you're
than I
totally
used
different
to.
now. It's
And
weird.
like that's why my mom always struggles. She's like, "How do you deal like with all that?" Like, because she knows me, and I'm like, I'm just way different. I just kind of like
You're different than you
I
used
say
to
both
be.
of you seem like, which I haven't known you obviously all that long, but you guys seem like you both have kind of like a
We're pretty chill,
long.
happy people.
But when I get mad,
Well, yeah,
just
because
like
all
the
that
other
stuff,
night,
yeah.
I get
Well, when everybody
real
gets mad.
mad.
Yeah, especially after. But yeah,
Anyway, that's that.
that's
That's that.
Let's go watch basketball.
Yeah, y'all better.
amen to that, brother.
All right,
I'm done, son.
We're done, son.
outie.